of First Chronicles chapter 16. First Chronicles chapter 16, verse 34. First Chronicles chapter 16, verse 34. First Chronicles chapter 16, verse 34. For those who don't know the book of Chronicles, it is in the Old Testament. It is not the New Testament. So 16 verse 34 reads, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. For his mercy endures forever. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. For his mercy endures forever." Shall we pray? Jehovah God, who dwells up yonder in the third heavens, we humble ourselves before you this morning as we thank you, Jehovah, for who you are and everything that you are. Whatsoever you have done in our lives, Jehovah, we cannot tell it all. This is the reason why we decided to kneel down on our knees to thank you. As you have to speak unto us, speak that word of comfort, speak that word of revival, that shall make us realize how great you are and the need to thank you. As I stand before your people, may they not see me, let them see your presence in me. Let your word be heard and not my word. May it be known that you are God today and forevermore. In Jesus' name, amen. The prophet reminded the people they should thank God because he is good and his mercy endures forever. Luke chapter 17, verse 11 to 19 is going to be our chapter of focus in our study for today. The message title is "The Grateful One and the Happy 9 equals 10. The Grateful One and the Happy 9 equals 10. You can replace the word grateful with thankful, as other versions say. The thankful one and the happy 9 equals 10. Luke chapter 17, verse 11 to verse 19. The Bible reads, "Now it happened as he went to Jerusalem that he passed through the midst of Samaria and Galilee. Then as he entered a certain village, there met him 10 men who were lepers, who stood afar off. And they lifted up their voices and said, 'Jesus, Master, have mercy on us.' So when he saw them, he said to them, 'Go, show yourselves to the priests.' And so it was that as they went, they were cleansed. And one of them, when he saw that he was healed, returned and with a loud voice glorified God, and fell down on his face at his feet, giving him thanks, and he was a Samaritan. So Jesus answered and said, 'Were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? Were there not any found who returned to give glory to God except this foreigner?' And he said to him, 'Arise, go your way, your faith has made you well.'" So, Luke records to us that during Christ's ministry, when he was here on earth, he was passing through the borders of Samaria and Galilee. As he was walking, 10 lepers started shouting to him, "Jesus, Master, have mercy on us." And then he told them, "Go and show yourselves to the priests." So these people went. As they were going, the Bible tells me that they were cleansed. So on their way, one returned. And then he started giving thanks to Jesus. So this surprised Jesus. There were 10 of them. There were 10. Nobody came except this one. Where are the other 9? So the man was given an extra bonus to say, go, your faith has made you well. The grateful one and the happy 9 equals 10. At the time we are giving testimonies, obviously each one of you was trying to think, to figure out in their life, what is it that I have to thank God for? Others have spoken. Those that have not spoken, it doesn't really mean they don't have anything to thank God for. They have just failed to choose which one to speak about because they have a lot of things that they have to thank God for. Then what am I going to speak out the name of God that this is what I'm thanking God for? The reason why I told you I have a lot that I can share with you. If you can give me the whole 24 hours in a day, I can just be talking, giving you reasons why I have to thank God. But then where would you find that time? Here is a story from the Bible. 10 lepers. Jesus finding himself at the border of Samaria and Galilee. These two cities are separated by the Jordan River. I don't want to go into the accounts of the Jordan River because we don't have much time. That is a miraculous river and a lot of things that happened in the Jordan River. So this is the one that separates Samaria and Galilee. Galilee is a province where you find the city of Judea, the city of Bethany, and on the other side you are going to find Capernaum, Jericho. So all these cities are surrounded by Jews. It was a city of the Jews. And then Samaria is for the Samaritans. So the Jews and the Samaritans, obviously you know from the accounts of the Bible that they are not very much in good terms. Hence this border separating them. So as Jesus was walking on the border, trying to break this border, bring the Samaritans to the Jews and the Jews to the Samaritans, that the word of God can bridge this gap that has been existing between them. An account has been recorded where Christ found a Samaritan woman on the well. He was thirsty, asked for water. He said, I cannot give you my vessel. You are a Jew. How can you even touch my vessel? You see that conflict that was there. So Jesus was trying to bridge this gap that was existing. And then before he could enter into the city, just at the border, he met 10 lepers. We understand from the Bible times that whoever has leprosy, a skin disease, they're not supposed to be in the city. They are supposed to be outside the city. And the fact that this was the border of two cities, that means these lepers staying outside the city were from different. They could be others from Samaria, others from the Jews. That's why they are found here. When they met Jesus, the Bible tells me that they did not run to meet Jesus. They did not go at the feet of Jesus. They were shouting from a distance, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. Have pity on us. Are they asking for healing? They're asking for pity. They're asking for mercy. Whatsoever kind of mercy that Jesus is going to show on them, it will be enough for them. They are separated from their families. Nobody is able to provide for me except anyone who is going to be touched, who knows the situation that these people cannot be in the society. They like social interaction. They like social support. They don't have anyone to fund them financially because of their status. So they will just be there shouting, have mercy on us. They know Jesus was the master. They recognized him. Their address to him is enough to show they knew who this Jesus is. Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. They are shouting in unison, all the 10 of them at one time, because they have a common problem. They have something in common, and their struggle is uniform because all of them, they are not part of the families where they are coming from. They have to look for the food on their own. If anyone receives food, they have to share because all of them are unwilling. They are having the same disease. They cannot have social contact with any other person who is not having the leprosy. They will be cut off, having the same problem. So when Jesus looks at them, he tells them, go show yourselves to the priests. Now, in the Bible times, if you read in the book of Leviticus, you will realize that whoever has a skin disease, after being certified leprotic, they are supposed to be taken to certify to say you have now been healed, you can be part of this community. The reason why Jesus told them, go and show yourself, so that they can certify that you now qualify to be part of this community. They were supposed to go. And accounts of the Bible only talks about 2 people that were healed of leprosy. The first one was Miriam, the sister to Moses. After they started opposing the leadership of Moses, Miriam was struck with leprosy, and he was healed by God 7 days later. The first one to be healed of leprosy. The second one, we are going to find an account of Naaman in the book of 2 Kings chapter 5. He was leprotic, the army commander of the Syrians. After having an encounter with the man of God, Elisha, he was instructed to go and bathe in the river 7 times. After dipping himself in the water 7 times, he was healed. Only 2 accounts in the Bible. Only 2. Search the entire Bible. So that means leprosy was a serious disease where you cannot just be healed anyhow until the favor of God comes upon you. Then it happened to Naaman and Miriam. So these people were going to be there forever, only asking for mercy and favors from people in terms of food, clothing, whatsoever they can be given. So Jesus now tells them, go and show yourselves to the priest. Now, something happens as they were going. The Bible tells me that as they were going, they were cleansed. The time Jesus told them to go and show themselves to the priest, they were not cleansed. But when they started going, when they obeyed the voice of God, when they obeyed the instruction given to them, that the person who has told us to go and show ourselves is the master, is the healer, they took the step and started going. And the only way they started looking at each other, they found the disease has disappeared. Look at the face, look at the hands and the legs. I don't have this thing anymore. Now, other accounts of the Bible tells me that they were very happy as they are going to the priest. The other person, one person, did not reach the priest. He returned. Before he could even show himself to the priest, he returned and came to praise Jesus to say thank you. Only 1 out of 10. Only 1. Out of 10, only 1. All of them were happy, but only 1 became grateful. The rest remained happy. All the 10 were happy, they were healed. But out of 10, only 1 became grateful. The 9 remained happy. Are you grateful or happy? When we came for the crossing over, obviously people were in different places. They all crossed over in their different places, celebrating the crossover. Even right here, when we were here doing the crossover, obviously at some point we became divided. Others were still remaining here. They still wanted to hear what they came here for. Others were just outside. They were happy that we have crossed over. People were in bars, drinking places, they are drinking. They crossed over. They are happy we have crossed over. All of us have crossed over. We are in 2022. But are you happy or grateful? The grateful one and the happy line equals 10. God has done so much in our lives. But for everything that He has done to us, are we grateful or we are happy? We are in a world where a lot of things has been prophesied about how we are going to lead our life in these last days. Come with me in the book of Second Timothy chapter 3. 2 Timothy chapter 3. I want to start reading from verse 1 and verse 2. 2 Timothy chapter 3. Second Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. Is anybody there? Okay. chapter 3, verse 1. The Bible reads, "But now know this, that in the last days perilous times will come." Timothy now is being warned by Paul. In the last days there will be hard times. Now let's try to get into the account of these hard times of the people. Let's not forget the story. "For many will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money." People are going to turn their attention from loving God, but they are going to be lovers of money and lovers of themselves. They are going to be boasters. They are going to be proud. Pride is going to be so much in them. They are going to be blasphemous. They are going to be disobedient to parents. Now, look at this. And thankful. These are the things that are going to characterize the generation of you and I who are living in these last days. We are going to be proud. We are going to be blasphemous. We are going to be disobedient to parents. We are going to be unthankful and unholy and loving and forgiving. So that a lot of characteristics have been given here, but I just want to highlight one important thing: and thankful. As one of the characteristics for the generation of these last days, be unthankful. How often do we find it becoming our habit to thank God? Just even thanking our parents. When the parents send money, instead of saying, "Oh, thank you, mom, oh, thank you, dad," is this the money you can send to me? Honestly, you don't even know what parents are going through. Is this the money you can send me? This money is not even enough. I asked for 10K, you send me 6K. You can't just say thank you that the parents have been able to send that money to you, and you manage with it. First, you have to complain. And our parents are gotten used to it because they know every time they send money, you have to go. You don't even have to say thank you. After what we have been through in all the 365 days, we know that we have set the objectives and none of them have been fulfilled. You can't find anything that you can pick to thank God for. All you just have to do is complain about the unfulfilled promises, what you have not achieved. What time do you take? How much time do you take to look at what have been achieved? Okay, this is what I plan to do this year, and I have achieved this so far. Now, what other good things have you recorded which you did not even pray for? You never sat down to pray for certain things, but you just found them happening naturally into your life. The 10 lepers did not ask Jesus for healing, did they? They asked for mercy. Have mercy on us. What they are expecting is, if he has food, he's going to give them food. If he has clothing, he's going to give them clothing. Anything that they can feel comfortable out of his mercy. But as he told them, go and show yourself to the priest, they received the healing. Instead of coming to say thank you for the healing, they just proceeded with the happiness we've been healed. Only one came to say thank you. I came across one of the stories. It's not a true story. Don't take it very serious, but just let the lesson out of it. One person had a chance to visit the heavens. I'm saying it's just a story. Nothing serious. He had a chance to visit the heaven. So when he was in heaven, he was being oriented in heaven, showing some places. You know, when you visit a new place, there must be someone to take you to, okay, this is this, this is this. So the writer says he entered a certain hall. And there were a lot of angels there, very busy with their schedules, going to this direction, like going to and fro. Very busy. They didn't even have a time for resting. Like, very busy. If you have ever entered a busy place where people are busy at work, moving from one point to the other. So it was just, what is happening here? Then the person was orienting him, going, okay, in this room, there are angels, the messengers, who collect petitions from men and women on earth, bringing them to God. Obviously, you understand the busy schedule of these angels, right? When you are praying here, the angels are coming to collect the petitions, and then they are taking them to who? To God. Very busy taking the petitions to God. And then they pass, they enter the second room. Again, they found angels very busy again there. So he asked, are these also collecting petitions? He said, no. these are now taking back the answers to the people. When God answers a petition, they take the response back to the person. When you pray, you are asking for something. When the petition is heard and the answer is given, an angel brings back the response from God. So they are also busy bringing back responses. You could see they were very busy. Oh, this is interesting. So now we bring it to God. Now you understand why they are sleeping. All these others that are bringing petitions, they are very busy. The ones bringing the answers, they are very busy. The ones collecting thanksgivings, there is no work. There is no one giving thanksgiving on earth. Nobody is saying things that they can go to the bush and take back to God. They are busy doing their business. People are receiving petitions, they are giving petitions, they are receiving the answers, but they have got no time to say thank you to God so that the angels can collect that and take to God. I said it's just a story. Somebody was just trying to explain how unthankful we are to our God. If such thing exists, I don't know, the originator of that story had something, what he was trying to make us learn from that. So this is a generation where we do not say thank you to God, except bringing complaints, giving petitions, and when petitions are answered, you sit down and say, okay, now next petition. When that one is answered, next petition. When that one is answered, next petition. That is our way of life. We do not have to say, okay, now all these things have been answered. Let me sit down and thank God. It reminds me of everything that I wanted. Let my heart eat. Let me have merry. Let me celebrate because I have all I wanted. And then God was looking at you and said, oh, is that so? What kind of a fool are you? So this very day, I'm going to take my life from you. In his things, in his planning, despite all what God had put upon him, he didn't have any plan for God in him. He has no space to think about thanking God. He has no space about what he's going to give to God for what God has given him. All he was thinking was about himself. I will destroy these stores, I will build bigger stores, then after harvesting, I will do this, I will do this. If you read that chapter, you're going to find the I only. 11 of them. I brings the pride in you. The moment you just stay saying, I, just know there is pride in you. Read the book of Ezekiel chapter 12 verse 14. That is how the devil started. I will ascend above the clouds of the Most High. I will. And if you check the letter I, it sits between sin, S-I-N. It's in between S and N. Boastful, pride. No time to lower yourself to say this is all because of God. We are who we are because of God. We have what we have because of God. We are alive even up to this day because of God. We were born from our mother's womb, where we were protected for 8, 9, others 10, others even 11 months because of God. Have you ever thought of how a fetus survives in the womb? Whatever the mother eats, that is its food. It depends on the mother. How they are kept comfortable there, it's the secret of God. Until you are born, until you start learning, until you start schooling, until up to this age, it's all been God. And all we take to God are petitions. God, I want this, God, I want this, I want God to do this in my life, God bless me with this, God do this to God. We have literally no time to sit down and say, thank you, God. So the account of Luke gives us the statistics that the ratio is 1 to 9. Out of every 10, one person is going to say thank you, and the 9 are just going to be happy. Wow. 1 to 10, 1 to 9 is the ratio. Wait. When you have 10, only one person is going to be thankful to God. does that sit with you in your mind? If you are on a group of 10, they count 10. Where are you going to fall? Where? Out of the 10, where are you going to fall? The ratio is 1 to 9. Should we just be happy that God has given us what we wanted? Or we are supposed to be grateful? How do we show the gratefulness to God to say, Lord, I'm really grateful for doing this to me? How do we show that? Okay, if we do, how often? Because obviously petitions we submit every day of our lives. I remember I have a tendency of, whenever I'm writing the exam, before I could even look at the questions, first I have to pray. Before I read the question, God, please help me this exam. I really want to pass this exam. It has been like that, I think, for all the exams that I have written. And then, after the results are out, how often do we sit? Thank God for each and every paper that you sat for. That God, I have passed this subject. I have also passed this subject. Or we have to say, these grades are not good. How can I get these grades? Honestly, these grades are not good. They didn't give me good grades. You have passed. Thank God that you have done what? First, thank God, the one you were petitioning God, I want to pass this subject. After the results are out, just thank God for those results. That God, I have managed to pass this exam. We just go there. Some of us are just happy. Okay, I have cleared. Just happy that you have cleared, you have passed all the exams. We need time to thank God. Now, why is it that it is very difficult to thank God? First, Second Timothy, and thankful, disobedient to the parents. Even the parents, we don't thank them, do we? For those that are being sponsored by the parents, if the parents just manages to send your school fees, pay your school fees, tell them, Dad, Mom, thank you. Tell them we are grateful for what they have done. It's not that because they are your parents, they are mandated to pay for you. Tell them you are thankful to them. How many parents are not managing to pay school fees for their children? If your parents can afford, tell them thank you. If they send you even 2K as pocket money on top, tell them thank you. How many parents are not able to send even 2K to their parents, to their kids? I'm longing for those parents. I've no parents. I have God. I'm grateful that I have God. But I don't have a physical parent who can just surprise. Check your account. I've sent you even 2K. No one. And you have that they send you to. Tell them thank you. Tell them they are grateful for that. That's how it starts. If you can't say thank you to the parents, what about God? It's not possible. If you have a friend who can give you that, my brother, you're struggling, have this. Tell them thank you. You are not necessarily praising them, you are not uplifting them, you are just showing gratitude for what they have done. If you cannot say thank you to the person that you are providing to you physically, how is it possible to say thank you to God? That's how it starts. Let's be grateful to our parents. That's the only way we can be grateful to God. We are not grateful to God because we are not grateful to our parents. They gave birth to us, they took care of us, they managed up to this level. Say thank you to them. There are parents who are selfish, who have got no regard for life. A mother will conceive and tell them abort. And this time around, laws in every country have been changed. Even abortion is legal. Just tell them, we don't want to give birth to this child. They are going to abort. Simple. And they gave birth to you. They took care of you. You didn't even grow up in the streets. Guys, be thankful to your parents. When you check back, Space Chronicles chapter 16, verse 34, our theme text, it will give us something. Now, this time around, we are going to read it together. Open your Bibles. Space Chronicles chapter 16, verse 34. Are you all there? Tell me when you are there. We are going to read here. First Chronicles 16, verse 34. Are you there? Not yet. Tell me when you are there. Are we all there? We are going to read verse 34 together. Let's start. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endures forever. His mercy endures forever. The 10 lepers asked for mercy. They received healing. When they were healed, only one came to say thank you. Here the Bible is reminding us that his mercy endures forever. Whether you ask for the mercy, you don't ask for the mercy, it is there forever. And it does wonders in our lives because it endures forever. It is ever abiding with us. What we have, what we find, what we cherish is all because of this endless mercy that God has been providing upon us. Today, it's time to thank God. In whichever way you are going to thank this God, whatever you are going to refuse to thank God, it will be appreciated because